Okay, so we're going to do our tint tone chart now. Again, this is project 1.3, which is the third part of project 1. I'm going to do one color on the warm palette. It's cadmium red light. Okay, and I'm going to need cadmium red light along with white to do the tints. For the tones, I'm going to need the complement of cadmium red light, which is green, and then for the shades, I'll need black. How do I know what the complement is? Right here, cadmium red light, I refer to my color wheel, which is project 1.1 of project 1. Cadmium red light, I go straight across the wheel. Green is the complement. So I've mixed up the green here. I have my cad red light and I have my white and I have some black. So I am going to go ahead here and I'm going to do cad red light starting with my lightest tint. And I'm going to work my way and make it get darker. So I have my palette knife. I take some white. I take just a little bit of cadmium red. Mix that up. I take my brush and I put that in this box here. Now I'm going to just keep adding a little bit more cadmium red to that mixture, cadmium red light to that mixture, because that's my lightest tint. I'm going to keep adding more of that. To that. In the next box. And just a little bit more cadmium red light to that. And you can see that that has gotten darker as we go along. Now we want to darken it up here even more, and we're going to start to add our complement here, a little bit of our complement, which is green, and then we'll add a little bit more here for our tones. So I have my palette knife. I'm going to take a dab of green, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix it right into that. I'm going to add a little bit more. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more green to that so we can get our tone to the darkest spot that it can be. Okay, And then starting at 7, I'm going to slowly add black to make the shades a little darker. So I still have a little pile here. I'm just going to take that and mix that. All together. From where I left off. So I need to make my pile here a little bit larger of paint that I can use. So now I'm going to take a little dab of black, just a little bit. I'm going to take my brush and add that here. And I'm going to add a little bit more black now, just a bit. And then finally, I'm going to add a little bit more black to really get a good shade here. It shouldn't be totally black. I can mix in a little bit of that red yet. And I think I can make that a little bit darker. I'm just going to grab a little black and go back over that so that's a little darker than the other one. So that, you can see, is a gradual shift as the tint slowly gets closer to the color, and then we shift into the complement, and then we go to the shade. We have a transition from light to dark.